welcome back to Alchemy of the Dark Feminine with your hosts, Grace and Con. I have a few announcements I'd like to make before I get into the episode today. First things first is, one, I am so grateful to have my voice back. I don't think in my entire life I've lost my voice for 3 days straight, where I literally couldn't talk at all, and I realized I take my voice for granted. So, and I also learned something when I lost my voice as well, which is society is so weird about voices. When I was in the grocery store and I literally could not speak, people were projecting these automatic assumptions at me. It was just crazy. I couldn't even speak for myself, and people were ready to be bullies. They were ready to misunderstand me. They were ready to project onto me, which was crazy to me. And I'm just sitting there are you fucking serious? Are you kidding me? I'm y'all just wait until I get my voice back so I can curse all you out. Anyways, I realize how much weight society puts on our voice, which is pretty crazy. So I feel that is a very deep seed of awakening for a lot of you out there. And for a lot of you who maybe lost your voice and you need to reclaim your voice, and maybe this is your sign to do that inner work to do so. Okay? And then what else? Oh, yes, I will be laying to rest my readings and my YouTube channel. So I am going to do a sacred release work around not posting on YouTube anymore. My podcast episodes will still go through there and still update through YouTube, but as for me making content, making videos, it is no longer in my highest alignment. So I will be laying that to rest today. I will be laying to rest my readings, so I'm no longer going to be offering those one-on-one readings of me channeling your energy and connecting with loved ones and all those kinds of things. I really solely want to focus on soul transformational work, okay? Which leads me into this dream I had last night. Pretty crazy. I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened first, because it's gonna sound really weird, and then I'm going to analyze it and relay the messages behind it. So basically, I dreamed I was at this place, and it was almost I don't want to say a village, but it kind of gave me the vibes of do y'all remember being in elementary school and having those field days, and there were different activities that you could run around and do, and almost this playground type of vibe? That was the kind of vibe it gave me, okay? And I remember in the dream I couldn't escape unless I went through some weird exit. So you simply couldn't walk out of this place or take an elevator and leave from the elevator. And I remember in the dream I tried to take this elevator, and with the attempt to escape, it actually brought me to this underground laundry / kitchen type area, what's the word I'm looking for? Is it fulfillment? Shit, I don't know the word. Oh my gosh. Anyways, when I was trying to, let me see. Yeah, I asked this girl, I walked up to this girl. She looked like an old coworker of mine. And when I asked how to escape, this girl told me that you have to go through this box type thing that was in between this grass step and the grass itself. So if you can imagine one step, so the box was at that panel, where the step separates the grass. Anyway, so weird. And then I opened it, and I literally saw the exit out. And then I felt inclined. I was let me go ask these people why the fuck they aren't leaving. This is crazy. I found the exit, so why aren't these people wanting to leave? Anyway, and another thing I want to mention is when I did open that box / portal type thing, I saw so weird. It was this little opening space, almost like a basement kind of area. I opened it, and there was this huge bright white light and energies of freedom, and finally I finally fucking made it. That was the energy I saw and I felt when I opened that little box trapdoor thing. Anyway, So then I walked up to this one girl and I asked people, I was like, why are you choosing to stay here, like knowing how crazy it is here? And like, hey, here's the escape. What are you doing? You know? Anyway, and so this one girl was like, because it's way easier for me to stay. Like, what do you mean? Like, this is way easier. It's way easier to be in this chaos. It's easier to be in this dysfunction. It's easier to run away than it is to like use my intuition, calm down, relax, and then just go. And I just thought it was crazy in my dream. I was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, look, right here. It's right here. Like, it's so easy. And she was like, no, get away from me. Like, leave me alone. And I'm like, this is nuts. This is so crazy. Anyway, and so then fast forward, I ended up sitting in this bathtub. I was alchemizing these energy bubbles of like, they were all red, and I was alchemizing the red ones to green. And anyway, it was so crazy, such a crazy dream. So I really want to break down the different parts of this so that I can explain the deeper meanings behind this dream. Okay, so I believe this dream represented an old environment, old belief systems, and a way of living that just no longer served me. So I truly believe this was in relation to like my matrix job, 100%, my financial situation, past patterns with relationships. And I just think it's crazy because I couldn't just quote unquote walk out of the place. Like I had to find this unusual hidden route. And I feel like that symbolized deep inner work or shadow work. Like, hey, this isn't the obvious way out. It requires intuition, surrender, and curiosity. So basically, the dream was showing me that I was spiritually breaking out of the matrix. So a lot of people, from what I have seen, what I've personally witnessed, I typically see people break out of the matrix first through their career or their financial situation, through different mechanisms. But I took the inner work route. I took this route that has taken me several years, but now it's like I'm finally walking out of the exit. I'm finally taking my exit because I started in the non-physical first. And truly, I believe when you do that, you lay those non-physical foundations first, everything else becomes so much easier and much more effortless. It's like you barely have to lift a finger to figure out physical stuff. You barely have to figure out how to do financial stuff. Like you have to barely figure out your career stuff because everything has already been rooted in the non-physical. Like you took the spiritual way out first. So anyways, and that's the thing. It's like you don't need to be rich to do this. Like you can do this broke. You can do this financially stable. Like you can literally spiritually escape the matrix first. You can take that as your route first. So anyway. And then the elevator to the underground laundry facility. That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you. The elevator to the underground laundry and kitchen facility represented my desire to rise and shift levels, both spiritually and emotionally. And so they represented this cleansing and alchemical spaces and also emotional purification, transformation, preparation, nourishment. So basically it was showing me I was going down to go up. So I must confront this underground subconscious energy before finding my exit. So I've been spending a lot of my morning already doing hypnosis work on myself to clear out old patterns and old roots that are blocking me from my ultimate career and financial freedom. So this is a pure prime example of me taking the spiritual way out first by doing this inner work to create my exit out of the matrix organically. So anyways, I also want to mention this part as well, which is the escape through the grass box. That's what we're going to call it. This is the grass box portal. So the symbolic energy behind this is the exit was organic and hidden, so between a grass step and grass. So it could also point to earth energy, groundedness, and unconventional solutions, which is a big part of my energy and what I'm here to share with all of you is how you can heal yourself and transform your life with unconventional solutions that have not been presented before. Hence my symbolic dream of spiritually escaping the matrix first. So anyways. And then it was like this underlying energetic current of my intuition and even my higher self saying, the way out is natural, quiet, and intuitive, not logical or obvious. pretty interesting. And then I went and interpreted a bunch of the other different parts of the dream. I'm not going to share because it's just too much. But the aspect of why do people stay? So the symbolic energy of this, me asking that girl, like, why are you guys just staying here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, it was a clear moment of awakening. So it was me noticing how people around me choose this, I don't want to call it comfort because it's really not comfort. That comfort that people are feeling is like a massive illusion. So I'm just going to call it familiar comfort, okay? So people around me are choosing this familiar comfort over freedom, and they're choosing that familiarity over growth. And I've completely outgrown this dynamic, and I feel like it reflects a real life moment that I'm not choosing to stay stuck anymore. And let me just say, there's so much freedom and liberation that comes with this. I've actually seen this already, and I have successfully created freedom in my living situation, freedom in my personal life aspect. And something really interesting that's happened when I did that was time has started to slow down for me. Like, I feel like I'm not speeding up and rushing through time anymore. Like, time isn't just flying by, it's actually slowing down. And I feel like the more I connect with the vibration of freedom in all aspects of my life, like, the slower my life is going to continue to move. And it's going to feel a lot more comfortable in my feminine energy of moving with grace, surrender, and ease. And that was really hard for me to see when I was still in my timeline of rushing and in my hyper independence and in my masculine energy, right? Like, because when you're in that energy, you can't see that, and you can't even fathom feeling that or understanding that until you're there experiencing it, at least for me. And yes, you can sit here and be delusional and manifest that for yourself. However, it's another to actually embody that and to feel that as your truth. So anyways, the overall themes that came from this dream was awakening and escaping from the matrix. Thank God. God bless America. Energetic transmutation and psychic protection. Intuition as my guide through hidden doors. So it's like I can only escape the matrix by listening to my intuition and not by following this logical step-by-step process, which is pretty crazy. Also, it was showing me some heart healing and rising from survival mode, as well as realignment with my truest self and soul geography. So that was pretty crazy. I actually ended up creating a hypnosis for myself to integrate that escape, lay down this protector aspect of myself, and fully transmute survival energy into heart-led freedom. So yeah, that was a pretty crazy dream. If y'all have any thoughts on that or want to share your interpretations or maybe even some positive commentary, I'm super open to that. But yeah, now I feel like this dream like literally showed me exactly how to escape, and now I'm building the courage to follow that in real lifetime moving forward. So so crazy. And it makes me realize like how I've been trying to leave like the wrong way, and I mean like leaving in the most misaligned way, and I've been missing the path that's meant for me. So in real life, I'm still in between. The elevator, it didn't work to help me escape, but I did see the door out in my dream. So now I trust that there is a way out, even if I can't see the whole map yet. So if you've been feeling trapped, like there is no way out, just know there is a way. It might not look the way that somebody told you how it's going to look, or maybe how your mind is projecting on how it's going to look, right? Because it's not about logic, it's about intuition, it's about what you're feeling, listening to those feelings and making those decisions off of those feelings and that intuitive inkling, okay? And it might be hidden between the grass, but your soul knows, okay? Your body knows. Your dreams might already be showing you, okay? So start writing these dreams down. Your dreams are very significant, very potent at this time. I feel very called to share that for a lot of you. So, and this is the kind of energy I help women transmute in my sacred alchemy sessions as well. So if this does resonate, DM me through TikTok. I'm trying to think what else I'm using right now. Yeah, I'm open to TikTok, LinkedIn, email, Yelp. Yeah, that feels good. DM me the word exit if this resonates with you. Okay? Whew. I'm just going to take a second to like inhale because I feel like that was such an intense exchange of healing codes. And that was another thing I received while I lost my voice, which is my voice was going through a massive upgrade. And now when I speak to all of you, there are so much and so many healing codes getting relayed now just through my voice. So no surprise there, but yeah, I feel like that was a huge energy exchange. So just take a second, pause this podcast episode, inhale, exhale for a few rounds. But yeah, if you guys are ready for that kind of deep transformation yourself, I help women who felt trapped in trauma, toxic dynamics, and even survival mode to awaken the part of themselves that already knows how to escape. So just to reiterate, in our Sacred Alchemy sessions, we gently transmute this old energy into power, clarity, and psychic freedom so that you can start leading your life from softness and soul, not fear. Okay? I love you guys so much, and thank you so much to all of those souls who have purchased my book on Amazon. I'm so grateful for all of you. I really hope that it inspires your life and really shows you, another way out, shows you your exit out of the matrix as well. Maybe it inspires new ideas for you. So thank you so much. I'm truly so grateful for you. That is just a piece of my soul that I have physically materialized, and I'm just really grateful that, you were all open to reading that book, and it's a very raw and vulnerable place for me. So anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all on the correct schedule of Wednesday. So my next podcast episode will be releasing at the same time around 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Wednesday of next week. And I will have some new healing codes, new drops for you, and I cannot wait to see y'all next week. Love you so much. Bye for now.